I started 3.5 years ago. I started as a trainee professional support, and then in I think it was September 2019 I started a trademark paralegal course with SITMA. That was then affected by COVID, so then that was extended until September, and then I've been a trademark paralegal ever since, and then this January I started my trademark attorney course, so 3.5 years. IP as part of my law degree. That's how I got into IP. I did a module in my third year at uni. As soon as we started learning about trademarks, I just loved it. I just loved the fact that it was so universal. Everybody was affected by trademarks but didn't know anything about them. And then as soon as I started studying them, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And here we are. Protect it, register it as soon as possible. Registration is king. So as soon as you're looking at whether it be a trademark, design, patent, register it as soon as possible. That's the best advice I could give anyone looking for protection in IP. My favourite is the Colin and the Cuthbert the Caterpillar story. It's just my favourite one because it's to do with trademarks and passing off, but also lots of different IP subjects. And I love anything to do with celebrities and IP and trademarks in particular. Anything to do with that, I'm sold. I would say to best advise your clients for whatever they're doing at the moment, but also what they're going to be doing in the future. So for trademarks, for example, they're valid for 10 years. So you might be wanting to protect something right now, but then you can't add to a trademark protection in say 6 months time or 5 years down the line. So whatever you're thinking of doing in the future, it's best to advise that they broaden their horizons and think about what they're going to be doing in the future and protect it now. I follow a lot of accounts on Twitter, LinkedIn. We ourselves do lots of things on LinkedIn and Twitter, and we have our podcast. There's lots of websites that you can subscribe to. The UK IPO, so the Intellectual Property Office, do lots of articles, webinars. There's also an email you can subscribe to that keeps you up to date on lots of cases and topical things to do with IPO, and we cover them ourselves. So I actually started training to be a trademark attorney this January, and I just passed the first part of my exams. So I'm going to say that. So I'm now a part qualified trademark attorney. There are a lot of deadlines with IP. So we have a lot of deadlines that can be extended, or there's a lot of deadlines, what we call dead deadlines, so you can't move them. So when we obviously need to communicate this with clients, so then clients need to have usually internal discussions on how they would like to proceed, how we're going to reply to a certain deadline or examination report, for example. So it's a lot of managing clients and also getting responses back from them in a timely manner to be able to respond to whatever the action may be before the given deadline. So there's a lot of challenges when we have, say, a long deadline, and sometimes a client can think, oh, I've got 2, maybe 6 months to respond to an examination report, and then we send something out, but then we don't hear back from them for say 5 months, and then all of a sudden it can be kind of a rush to get instructions from them. So that can be a challenge, kind of getting instructions at the last minute. So that's the most challenging part, kind of keeping clients on time to respond to deadlines.